Okay, so class, resume lang natin ano, for sample problem number 1. So, andito tayo sa sample problem 1. Sabi dito, a certain 20-meter thick sandy aquifer has a transmissivity of 0.12 meters squared per second and a void ratio of 0.91. Groundwater is flowing through this aquifer with a hydraulic gradient of 0.0065. Una, compute daw natin yung hydraulic conductivity of sand aquifer. B, compute daw natin yung seepage velocity. And C, how much time would be required for a water to travel 1 kilometer through this aquifer. So basically, kahit hindi natin to i-drawing kasi binigyan naman na tayo ng mga parameters to consider. And actually, wala naman binagit dito na H1, H2. So, wala ganun class, no? Okay? So, yun na natin siya kailangan i-drawing pa. Okay? So, una, hanapin daw muna natin yung compute the hydraulic conductivity of the sand aquifer. Okay? So, sige class, kunin muna natin yung given. Ano bang mga given sa atin? Okay? Actually, ang mga given lang naman dito ay ano. So, we have, sabi dito class, a 20-meter thick sandy aquifer. So, basically, ito na yung magiging age natin, ano? Okay, diba yun yung thickness ng ating aquifer. So, meron daw tayong 20 meter. Yung T daw na, ay, actually, ano bang ginabigay sa atin, no? And transmissivity, actually, binigyan tayo ng transmissivity. T is equal to 0.12 square meter per second, no? And a void ratio of, so void ratio, diba, E yung ginagamit natin doon. E is equal to 0.91. Groundwater is flowing through this aquifer with a hydraulic gradient. So basically, binigyan na tayo ng hydraulic gradient denoted as I. So meron tayo tayong 0.0065. So unitless yun, diba? Una, hanapin daw muna natin C. Transmissivity. Diba class, as we recall, yung formula ng transmissivity natin, simply, T lang yan is equal to KH, where K is the coefficient of permeability. And, nabisabi natin, hydraulic conductivity pala yung hinahanap natin, hindi pala transmissivity, okay? So, T is equal to, pwede tayong dumaan dito, ano, kasi meron tayong, actually, hindi kasi natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula, no? Yung kay confined and unconfined, kasi wala naman tayong value na makukuha natin yung R1, R2, pati H1 and H2. So, basically, gamitin natin si transmissivity. So, si transmissivity is equal daw yan kay hydraulic conductivity times the thickness o the thickness o the total height ng ating aquifer. So basically, by substitutions, di ba ang T natin o transmissivity natin, binigyan tayo 0.12 square meter per second is equal to K, yung nahanap natin, and H is binigyan tayo 20 meter. So class, consistency of units, ito ay naka-meter, dapat ito din ay naka-meter. So tama naman, consistent naman tayo. By calculation, ang makukuha natin K ay simply 6 times 10 raised to negative 3. Anong ating unit? Since, di ba ito madi-divide doon, so makakancel lang 1 meter, mawawala ito. So basically, meter per second. Okay? So actually, yun na yun. Hindi na siya actually. Hindi naman siya ganun kadiwara pa here. No? Okay? So ano pang sabi? Next, compute daw natin yung seepage velocity. Plus, di ba yung seepage velocity ay ano bang formula na pwede natin magamit here? Baklas yung ang seepage velocity natin ay simply ano, di ba yung class ay Vs lang? Di ba yun ay simply equal to Vs is equal to V over N, where V is the where V is the seepage discharge velocity and N is the porosity. Tama class? However, wala tayong V, wala tayong N. Instead sa N, pwede natin siya makuha using the void ratio kasi alam naman natin yung relationship nila. Sa V, class, saan kaya natin pwedeng padaanin yung V? Di ba class, pwede natin siya padaanin kay Darcy's law? Sabi natin yung V ay equal sa KI. Tama? Si Alim Vicky. So basically, kunin muna natin si V. Si V ay equal sa KI, tama ba? Which is equal to 0.06 meter per second times yung ating hydraulic gradient na 0.0065. By calculation na makukuha natin V, 3 times 10 raised to negative 5 meter per second. Tama ba, class? And then, kunin natin yung N. N na makukuha natin ay, di ba yan ay equal sa E over 1 plus E? So, ang E natin ay 0.91. 1 plus 0.91. By calculation, makukuha natin ay 0.476. Tama ba, class? So, I hope clear yun sa inyo, ano? So, yun na. Tsaka pala natin pwedeng kunin si BS. Yung V natin, kakakuha natin si 0.3 times 10 raised to negative 5 meter per second all over. Ilan yung ating E? Yung N, kasi N yung kailangan natin. Ang N natin ay 0.476. By calculation, so wala naman tayong unit involved here other than meter per second. So, ito ay unitless. So, basically, ang VS natin ay equal sa 8.1933 by calculation times 10 raised to negative 5. Anong unit? So, wala namang unit na involved here. Dito. So, basically, ang unit natin ay ano? Meter per second. So, yun lang class, no? So, mahalaga na medyo ma-familiar tayo sa concept as well as sa mga formulas na involved. Okay? So, I hope na malinaw class, no? Next, ano mo kunin? Actually, may hinahanap eh, no? Compute how much time would be required for water to travel 1 kilometer through this aquifer. Class, ano kaya? Paano natin kaya makuha yung time na tinutukoy here? So, basically, ano po pwede natin gamitin dito, class? Sa C. Uy, nangyari. Para makuha natin yung C. Kasi diba binigyan tayo kanina, sabi doon, yung time daw required for a water to flow at a distance D through an aquifer is denoted as T is equal to D over Vs. D is the distance, T is the time required for a water to flow at a distance D in an aquifer. And then, yung Vs is the seepage velocity. Class, pansin mo, di ba yung seepage velocity binigay na sa atin? Kakakuha lang natin nun actually, ano? Yung Vs natin ay 8.1933 times 10 raised to negative 5 meter per second. However, yung D, ano kaya yung D natin? Ano mong sabi, class? Sabi dito, how much time would required for water to travel 1 kilometer? So, di ba kasi 1 kilometer, siya na yung required distance na kailangang i-travel ng ating water. Tama ba, class? So, basically, siya si D. Kaso, naka-kilometer. Yung ating Vs na nakuha ay naka-meter per second. So, basically, yung T natin ay equal sa D. Ang distance natin, yung 1 kilometer, is simply 1,000 meter lang naman yun, class, diba? All over Bs is 8.1933 times 10 raised to negative 5 meter per second. Tama ba, class? Ito ay naka-meter, so makakancel ang meter. So basically, we're left with the unit of time which is seconds. Wala namang in-indicate, class, kung saan natin kailangan i-express yung ating time. So basically, makukuha natin dito ay seconds. So ilan kaya, class? So ang makukuha natin is, by calculation, the required time to travel 1 kilometer through this aquifer is equal to, by calculation, makukuha natin ay 1,220,094.41 seconds. So, wala naman sinabi, class, kung saan natin siya i-convert, ano? So, basically, pwede mo naman ito ang convert into days, into years, o kung saan mang specified unit of time. Since hindi naman sa atin binigay, so actually, ito, okay na ito, class. 1,220,094.41 seconds. So, actually, that's some of our sample problem number 1, ano? Ilang naman, class, wala namang masyadong concept pa na involved other than the mga formulas derived as well as the Darcy's law, yung mga napag-aralan natin before, kay soil permeability, si porosity, si seepage velocity, si discharge velocity. Ayun lang naman, class, yung mga involved here, ano? Okay, ilang, class?